Okay. Hello to the side and back. My name is Tokika Uzuru, and ah, um, this stream slash VOD is going to end up being basically me talking about a lot of things that are about to start changing when it comes to my channel. But with those changes, I have to go ahead and also explain how I ended up getting to this point. So we'll end up starting with that first. I originally started this channel because I wanted to make music. But I know that making music itself is a long process, and I still wanted to, at the very least, start a channel. So I did have an original idea to do other things that I like while also making music. That's how this channel came to the way that it came to exist, at least. And it went through a whole bunch of other changes because I was honestly trying to figure out how I could get the attention of the algorithm that YouTube works on. Then I started stressing myself out because I wasn't actually seeing anything that helped me with being better in the eyes in terms of viewership and subscriber numbers. Which is probably another reason as to why editing itself started stressing me out, because while I was having to deal with problems when it came to editing, like my focus, the software itself not being able to work the way I wanted it to. There was the whole idea of not having enough space on my phone to be able to film and edit videos. And again, that all came to a head when I was trying to make a video on a specific thing, and I couldn't get into the editing software because of something that was happening with the laptop I was using to edit. While those might have seemed like small things that I could easily handle, once again, it's on top of the other stresses of I've done so much work on this channel and practically have nothing to show for it. My eyelid is going off. It's making it very difficult for me to actually focus. So that's why I originally started to do streams again, because editing itself was the top level stressor, but it was everything else that was under it that was not actually helping. However, now that I've gotten to a point where I can honestly say that I wouldn't have been able to give up on YouTube in general, like at all, me not wanting to give up, me choosing to do streams instead honestly showed that I didn't want to give up. And seeing as though I still had um, the motivation and drive to continue to do research on random things and want to still share that, the research that I found, that itself showed that it was other things that were out of my control, that are still technically out of my control. So while this is me talking about my personal experience when it comes to understanding that sometimes it is literally out of your control and you shouldn't stress over the stuff that aren't isn't in your control. This is also me taking back control over the thing that I really liked doing, which was creating videos, editing videos, and honestly doing uh honestly talking about my experience when it comes to things. So I also have a few rules that I am supposed to be keeping up with, which I should have brought out earlier so I didn't have to go ahead and look for it. But I didn't think about it until now. So, oof, change slash update number one. Though I will still try to make sure that I end up posting around 3 o'clock and hopefully on like either Thursday or Friday. I don't have a consistent schedule when it comes to videos that I keep in mind. It will be whenever end up making the video and finish the video, and then it'll end up being posted the next day after I finish it around 3 o'clock. The way that I ended up explaining it in like a few words is my videos will come out as they get made. Number two, I will be prioritizing my overall health and well being. That was another thing that I didn't actually think about when I was doing YouTube, or at the very least, creating the videos that I was doing. Well, I tried my best to go ahead and work on keeping a consistent thing. I also realized that my life itself, in general, but my energy specifically, is not consistent. And surprisingly enough, I am not a robot. So while I do have, like, I have fluctuations, I'm still human. I can't really keep things consistent. I can have a least amount consistency, like on the low end. And I think when I do certain things, I keep that in mind. However, if it's something that I can't actually do with my entire being, then I'm not going to stress about the fact that I can't or I won't be able to do it. And lastly, as far as the content is concerned with this channel, it is just going to be me, which that itself I don't think has actually changed before I had to take a break on making videos. However, I will be working on trying to get a cohesive theme when it comes to like how my channel specifically is decorated. And while I was working on that earlier, which honestly I like the way that it's going, the thumbnail specifically for when I do streams, I have two created. And the one that I've been currently using, I really like because it definitely shows the range of all of the stuff that I'm into. And while it only shows like six things specifically, like six topics specifically, I'm not limited to those topics. But as far as the content is concerned, yeah, it's basically going to be whatever I decided to go ahead and research because my brain decided to go down this route. Like, I randomly want to do research on how um, blood types can seem to influence a person's personality or characteristics. Because not only do you end up seeing hearing about that a lot when it comes to anime specifically, but like uh Japanese and Korean culture in general. Now there's this entire thing that has started with the Myers-Briggs tests, identity quizzes, where it's basically a similar thing trying to uh, help everyone else be able to work together in a smooth fashion and create as much synergy as possible. I'm honestly just spacing out right now because I'm trying to figure out whether I've said everything I needed to. I think I did. I think I've said everything I needed to. So, to close out this entire thing, as I close the journal I wrote all of that in, I'm officially getting back into doing creating videos with a new uh, drive behind it. It's not going to be in a consistent manner as it was, but I will try my best to keep the quality consistent. If not, at the very least, continue to just get better and better when it comes to the quality. And honestly, when it comes to speaking, because I feel like I need to get better at that. Being able to speak on the fly half the time, but my main problem is not being able to keep on topic, which is the reason why I have to have outlines. Two of the video projects that I'm going to be working on, one that's a bit more uh, not completely concrete just yet, but two of the video ideas that I have that I will be working on is the my experience my experience as a first time K-pop fan and how that has been going. And also everything that I've found when it came to like the differences between the um, bands that I'm used to before I got into K-pop and the K-pop world in general, but like a few specific bands that I'm a fan of specifically. as well as everything else that is under the umbrella of my experience getting into K-pop music in general. And the other one is actually just bringing back the Disney versus Origins, but it's not Disney specifically. Though it was one of my favorite movies as a child, and now I have to rewatch it. I'm not going to specify exactly which movie it is, though I'm pretty sure my mom knows because I talked about it. So that's done. And that's it. Those are specifically the two that I will be working on. One's a bit less concrete than the other for reasons, honestly. But overall, it feels good to want to make videos again. And I know that that break was absolutely necessary for me to get my head back in the game. However, that does not mean that I'm going to just immediately stop doing streams. I'm still going to be doing these, but it's going to be more if I don't end up making a video for a while to go ahead and, or if I can't be making videos for a while, I'll be able to use these streams to express exactly why. And pretty much any other type of life updates that I would want to do, but don't want to do as a video because I feel like it's one of those things that I have to like some things are things that I need to go ahead and uh, say before they happen and prepare myself in general to have to go ahead and do it because, oof, emotions, my guy, but mentally and emotionally prepare myself while also keeping whoever watches my videos updated on things that are going on in my personal life. So these streams are going to be more of the personal me, the real raw me that you end up seeing. I think the better way to explain it is these streams are going to be the unedited version of me, while the videos themselves are going to still be me, but just a more polished and edited version of me. So you end up getting a bit of both. And overall, as I said before, I am very excited of starting up doing videos again. After this, after this stream specifically, I will be honestly going to the bathroom because I was drinking a lot of water and possibly cleaning the bathroom because I know it has to get cleaned. But after doing some like physical things, I will get started on organizing my thoughts for the first video back, which hopefully will end up being out next week. But seeing as though I haven't really started anything yet, I don't know. The goal for myself is next week, but I'm not about to stress myself out about it. Anyway, it is absolutely time for me to go. So, with that being said, my name is Tokiko Uzuru, also known as Toki, and this is Toki saying I'm about to come back video wise. So, yeah, this is Toki out for now.